Hello, children. Let us continue with the explanation of fire and ice. In the previous stanza, what we have seen is that fire is a symbol of strong desires and passions of people. Because of that, the world may come to an end. The poet is also agreeing with that fact. Yes, it is true that the world may come to an end because of conflict created by people, because people have strong desires in them. They become more competitive, they create a lot of conflict. So let us see the second stanza now. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction ice is also great and would suffice. So, according to the poet, if the world would have perished twice, okay, there are other probable reasons also for the damage of the world. The world may come to an end because of other things too, not only because of fire. There may be another reasons too. That is ice. Ice is a symbol here. Ice is a symbol of hatred. So, poet feels that yes, hatred is also a very strong emotion, a strong feeling that may also create a damage. If the world may perish twice, it can be the what can be the reason behind it? It can be because of ice. Ice means ice represents a cold heartedness of people. People become very inhuman. They don't have any compassion and love towards their fellow beings. Because of that, hatred is there in their mind. Ice represents hatred. So he's telling that that is also a very powerful feeling. That is also great. For what? For the destruction of the world. Ice is also great. Because if hatred is there in your mind, if hatred is there in people's mind, what will happen? Hatred will be consuming the person also, and it will create a lot of damage to the whole world also. So hatred will just spread like a coronavirus, you can say. It will spread and spread and spread, and finally the world will come to an end. We know that wars will be wars are there. Wars were there in the past. People were fighting against each other. They uses most modern weapons to kill each other. Why it is happening? Not because of love. It is because of hatred. People have hatred in their mind. Because of that, they are fighting against each other and they are killing each other, and finally the world will come to an end. That would also suffice. Suffice means sufficient. Ice is also a good option to end this world, not only fire. So, fire and ice are actually two emotions. So, emotions, how damaging emotions are, that is what the poet is telling. If you have desires, that is also too much uncontrollable desires and passion, that is dangerous to the world. If you have hatred in your mind, that is also equally dangerous, equally powerful to end the entire universe. That is what the poet says. On the emotional level, I stands for hatred in the minds of people. So that is a gist I have given here. In bullet points, I have given the main idea that I am explaining. The poet has seen and experienced a lot of hatred in the world. How the poet knows that? First, he was supporting the people who are favoring fire because he had seen that, he had experienced it in the world, that strong desires are dangerous, and hatred also he had experienced. He had seen people fight against each other because of lot of hatred. Human beings become devoid of means they don't have compassion and love to their fellow beings if they have hatred in them. Hatred prevails and it can destroy the whole world. That is the central idea of this poem. It is a powerful feeling that consumes our own self and eventually destroying the whole world. So, if destruction occurs, then fire can be a factor and ice can also be a good option to end this world. So, both these things are actually very, very dangerous. See how fire spreads. So, this poem is actually a very symbolic poem. Fire and ice are actually symbols used by the poet. Fire symbolizes strong passions and desires of human beings. Uncontrolled passions and desires may lead to the destruction of the world. Ice stands for hatred and cold-heartedness. People just behave like enemies. Hatred can numb our thoughts and make us cruel and insensitive. We become so very insensitive. If somebody is suffering in the world, you don't bother because you don't feel that. You become totally insensitive, unmindful about what is happening around the world. That is how people behave when they have hatred in them. It will numb your thoughts. You will never become a warm hearted person. You will never have compassion towards other people, so it will numb you completely, and you can do anything in that state of mind. That is the condition. So if you are in that particular state of mind wherein you can do anything and everything, then you may end this world, you may damage this world for sure. That is the condition here. And in the previous poem also, children, you need to know how to find out the rhyme scheme of the poem. If we have a classroom setup, then I would have shown it on the board. You go back to the poem, you see the last word of the line, each line, how the line ends. Accordingly, you find out the rhyming words, and then you can give alphabet to letter to that particular rhyming word, and then that is how we are finding the rhyme scheme. If we meet in the classroom later, and then surely I will show you that on the board. So the rhyme scheme of this particular poem is A B A A B C B C B. That is how the rhyme scheme goes for this particular poem. So as since we have completed two poems, you have little bit assignment to be done in your notebook. You take a notebook and you have to do this assignment. Read the poem carefully again, go through the explanation once again, and then answer the following questions. What are the questions here? What do people think about the end of the world? Who does the poet side with and why? In the first stanza, who he is favoring, who he is favoring to, what kind of argument he finds suitable. So that one you have to write, why he finds that supporting the people supporting fire, they are right, because fire can damage this whole world. Why did he think so? What will be the cause of the end of the world if it has to perish twice? So what is the next probable reason for the end of the world? What are the probabilities? So that one you have to write. What is the message conveyed through the poem Fire and Ice? Why does the poet say, I have tasted of desire? Describe the symbols of fire and ice used by the poet in the poem. How can each as well as both can cause the end of the world? How these two emotions or these two things can damage the whole world? Why they are equally powerful? They are two extreme factors. Fire is an extreme thing, extreme hot, and ice is extremely cold. Both are equally dangerous, equally damaging to the world. Why did the poet think so? That is what you have to write. Why they are symbols in the poem, you have to explain that. That's all for today, children. Thank you and have a good day.